Hey there, guys. Thought we'd do something a little different today. I was recently going through some old baseball cards, football cards that I have. And if you grew up when I did, late 80s, early 90s, we all collected a whole bunch of these things thinking that we were going to get rich off of them someday. Of course, that Todd Zeal rated rookie I've got sitting in a binder somewhere never really panned out the way I hoped it would. But going through all these old cards and trying to figure out, what I want to do with them. I hate throwing them away. They were such a big part of my childhood. They're not really worth a whole lot. But what I started doing was pulling out Tennessee players, pulling out old Vols that are in there, and kind of setting aside a collection of those. And I found some kind of cool stuff. There's old Heath Schuler I have right there. Terry McDaniel. Some of these guys were, these old balls that uh, Roland James was a real good player for New England back in the day. Of course, there's Reggie White, an all-time great right there. Guys like Antone Davis. There's a Willie Galt looking all handsome, right? So some of these old balls that I've kind of been setting aside, well, digging through these boxes, I found a stack of unopened 91 Upper Deck football. And in that set, there's a subset called Star Rookies. And the Star Rookie cards, there's about 30 of these total, and 3 of them are Tennessee players, and they're in their Tennessee uniforms, which I love too. So there's this Charles McRae I've got right here. There's also a Chuck Webb, and there's an Alvin Harper that are all in that same set, all in their orange and white, great looking cards. And so I thought we'd go through these 91 Upper Deck and see if we could pull any old balls out of here, other than the Star Rookie set. There's also there's some other guys in here. Reggie White would have a card in here. The Star Rookie, not who I'm looking for. Vinny Testaverde is a great one right there. Jim Arnold, punter. Steve Atwater. I mean, these names are, these are great names that we all grew up. Those of us that are of this age. Barry Sanders, MVP, a good one right there. And none of these are really worth much. I'm gonna set that Barry Sanders aside though. None of them are really worth anything. Some of the Hall of Famers, that Barry Sanders, maybe could throw that on eBay, maybe sell it for $1. I've done that with some of these cards. This set has Brett Favre's rookie card is in this set. That's probably the most valuable card in this set is the Brett Favre rookie. Hartley Dykes. These aerial threat cards are kind of cool too. These were quarterback receiver combo cards. Warren Moon and Drew Hill. The Warren Moon part of that makes it, a little more collectible. Daryl Talley. Any of these that are old Hall of Famers, they have some collectible value to them. Michael Kofer, there's a ball. Pretty sure I've got that card sitting over here in the stack that I just went through, but still, Tennessee guy. These cards were so nice too when they came out. If you remember, the old Tops and Donruss, they were kind of cheap feeling, especially compared to these Upper Deck cards. They were the Upper Deck. Pepper Johnson, that was a great player. Um, there we go. One of the ones I was looking for right there. That Alvin Harper card right there, in all his orange and white glory. Love that card. That's the one I think I was missing from the Star Rookie set that had Tennessee guys in it. I think that's the only one. I've got the Chuck Webb around here somewhere, and I've got that Charles McRae. So I'm real happy with that. But these cards felt so much nicer than the Donruss, Tops, Bowman, all that kind of stuff. There's a Hall of Famer, Sterling Sharp. Mark Duper. So these were always the nice ones to collect. They always, they cost a little bit more, but they just felt like they were better cards, Bill Sims. Kind of when you felt them in your hand, and they had the Tennessee guys right here. They had the little hologram on the back. This kind of felt like a more quality product compared to what you would normally get. Of course, these are, you see the price tag on $1.24 in 1991. And you could sell these. I could have put these on eBay and maybe got $3 a pack, something like that. They're not particularly Charles Haley. I used to hate him. I could not stand the 49ers back then. Hated Charles Haley. He was just too good. Icky Woods doing, that's a great card right there. Icky Woods doing the Icky shuffle on the sideline. You got Boomer Esiason in that card too, just kind of as a side note there. But yeah, the upper deck cards were definitely the nicer cards to buy. But there's not a ton in this set that has a lot of resale value to it. Brett Favre has a rookie card in this set. It's probably the most, Warren Moon, get Hall of Famer right there. That's probably the most valuable card in the set is the Brett Favre. That's a cool card too. The player, Ernest Biner, but these cards, these hologram cards like this, these were really cool cards. But the Brett Favre, I had a copy of the Brett Favre card, and I sold it on eBay. I think I got maybe $4 for it. I mean, it's not anything that's, it's another Kofor. Not anything that's highly sought after, Howie Long. But it does have some value to it. Now, if you find a Brett Favre and you grade it, and it's a PSA 10, you know, obviously that adds a whole bunch more value there. Like any of these old cards, if you grade them and they turn out, you know, you get a 10 out of them. Much of that card, then that obviously adds a whole bunch of value to it. A lot of these cards, hey, here we go. Reggie Cobb, Tennessee guy. There's some good players in this set. They just, the problem that you have with all of this stuff from that time period is they just printed so much of it. You know, we thought it was going to be rare. We were growing up, we heard the stories of all these guys that, that had put their cards, you know, all the old timers had put their cards in the spokes of their bicycles, and that's why their cards were rare, because there weren't any. And so what did we all do? We all put them in a box, they ended up in our parents' attics, and you know, now here we are 30 years later, stuff we thought was going to be worth a whole bunch of money. This, like I said, maybe $3 for this, maybe maybe I could put this Troy Aikman on eBay and get $1 from it, you know. So just more fun to sit here and open the packs. I did find the main card I was looking for, that Alvin Harper, so that's one that I'm real happy about being able to find. And our last pack here, maybe we get some last pack magic in the form of Bubby Brister. All right. Well, that was fun, and we got the card that we were looking for, Alvin Harper. Like I said, not any real retail value to that, but for me, going through here looking for Tennessee guys, and that was the main, that was the grail right there. That was the one I wanted. So that's a good one. I'll put that in my collection with all my other old Tennessee guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed kind of the nostalgia of going back through these cards. And if you did, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on cornfromajar.com and pretty much every social media you can think of. We're at Corn From A Jar. And thanks to all you folks on Rocky Top getting your corn from a jar.